Tonight I want to share one of my favorite exercises with you. This exercise is called horizontal fishing because it resembles the casting out of a net when one fishes. It comes from the Taiji Ruler System, which is a system of gongfa for attaining skill. It does not have forms or any combat moves in it. It just teaches energy cultivation, opening the body and circulating energy, and eventually bringing it to your fingertips. This exercise is one of my favorites because you can do it whether it's hot, cold, whether you're weak, healthy. You can do it in the morning to wake yourself up and energize yourself, or you can do it in the evening to sedate yourself. Whenever you have an exercise that works in a cyclic fashion, you can simply start slowing down each repetition and making the circles smaller to sedate yourself. This is a seated version. It can be done in a rocking version where you're in a posture where you rock to stimulate the kidney meridians and help detox the body. The seated position is, like I said, one of my favorites. A lot of times, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm somehow agitated, I might do this set just to bring me back down and go to sleep. So within it, we have the intent of drawing up energy by causing a hollowing of our palms. And when we express and exhale, we open the hands. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is get into seated position. When we're in seated position, I'm going to turn the chair sideways. We don't use the back of the chair. We sit on the edge of the chair with our seat bones on the edge of the chair. I usually have I have a towel here to assist in this. The legs you want vertical, not like this or like that, but vertical, so that when I shift forward like this, my kidney 1 points or Yongchuan point in the hollow of the foot gets compressed. If my legs are not in the correct position, this will not happen. So I'll turn the chair back. I'm going to just do, say, 12 circles per side. I am going to break that into 3 sets of 4. So you can divide 12 by 3 and do 4 repetitions. The first repetition will be a big circle. The second 4 will be smaller circles, and the last 4 will be smaller circles. Okay? When we advance, when we inhale, while our intent is on the left leg and our intention is drawing up energy, that brings the yang energy up the leg and the yin energy down. Coming from the other side, it would be different. It would be yin energy and the yang energy down. So as a male, I want to draw the yang energy up. So my middle finger is behind my knee, not like this. Because if I let my arm just hang naturally and I get my head and torso in position, I leave the elbows where they are, this is where it'll be. If I put my hands up farther, it'll pull on the spine and create tension in the body unnecessarily. So I'll generally sit like this for a period of time and calm the mind. And then I'll start to do the movement. So I'll do them right now to show you. So I'll inhale, bring the hands up. Now I'm exhaling and I'm bracketing my leg, which means my hands, when I start the big circles, are equidistant on each side of the knee. Same when I come back on the other side. When I exhale, I look slightly above the horizon, Mr. Chen would say slantingly upward. And when I inhale, I gaze between my palms 45 degrees down. If I look further than 45 degrees, it's going to simply create tension in my body and make me out of center. So I'll just do a few for you to observe. So as I'm rocking forward, that's pressing the kidney point. Now I'm going to make smaller circles. And I'll let them sit on my knees and pause for a few moments. And I inhale again, lifting the palms, and go in the other direction. Some important points. When I look slantingly upward, these vertebrae here must be pushed back as if I have a collar on, and this levered rather like this to open this. It mustn't be done with stiffness. It's done with more of like when you see something you haven't seen for a while and the body perks up naturally. Okay, it's done by increasing your awareness. If that part is closed, you will not feel much action with this. When that's in the right position and you let your eyes look out in the distance, you may feel some things. I'm not going to tell you exactly what you might feel or not, because I don't want to plant any seeds in your head. In this particular lineage, that's the way I was taught, was to discover it yourself through your own work. Anyhow, this is one of my favorite of all exercises because it's real easy to do regardless of how tired you may or may not be. It can be done on the side of a bed. It can be done on a park bench. But I'll generally do about 36 circles in each side. You can set a timer and use a timer, or you can count your breaths. You know, if you're out somewhere, you don't have a timer. Tonight, actually, I was more chasing the internal feeling than concerned with the exact number. But you may find if you do this, again, slowing the circles smaller and smaller and slower, that it will sedate you and help you to stay calm, which is what allows everything else to happen in Qigong. Thank you for your time and efforts.